Hello gorgeous people who love to scrap. It's far from Australia. I've got my current project that I would like to share with you all, and it's this altered tint that I will be altering, and I have completed one previously, and this one will be my next project that I'll be doing. So I have just purchased this from the thrift store for 50 cents and had lots of fun altering it. And it's just your regular tin that you would store coffee or tea, as it says there, Tint tea, so maybe, you know, store tea or coffee, as well as sugar or bits and pieces, whatever. So it's a lovely size. So I plan to store my vintage buttons and whatnots in this particular one. So that's just how it looks. It's like an oval shape, as you can see there, and had lots of fun altering it. So the first box I've made into like a Victorian style, and that's it there. So from this plain old box, which is that, into this gorgeous Victorian altered box. Isn't it beautiful? I love how it's come out. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I so loving this particular color that I have made incorporated into this particular box here. What I used also, before I adhered the fabric, I painted the top part, which is this part here of the tin, and the top part of the tin here, and the lid, sorry, the lid of the tin around this part here to where the green is. I painted it a white color, and I painted the top of the tin here, as well as a little bit down the bottom here, which is this particular part here. So after I painted it in a white color, I chose this particular fabric here to go underneath it, and I purchased this particular gorgeous fabric from the local flea market for 20 cents actually. Very cheap. So I was so super happy with it. I actually got this in a cream, as well as this pastel pinky peachy color, and I'm so loving this particular fabric at the moment. It's so super gorgeous. So just a little bit of what I have done here. So after I've painted it, adhered the fabric, and then I went to adhering and coordinating lace along the bottom here. After that, I went to adhere this particular Venice lace there, and then this particular applique. I purchased this applique from sorry guys, had to go, my kids were fighting over some toys. So we finished here on this particular part. I was mentioning that I purchased this particular applique, as well as a whole heap of appliques from eBay, and it went with this box really well. So it's just a long piece of applique that I've just hot glued here, and then I've adhered this cameo onto the cameo setting at the back there. And I'm not sure if I'm going to keep these two flowers on there or not, so I've just, you know, potted on some pot dots at the moment just to see if I want to keep it on there, but you know, I'm not sure, so I'll have a play with it for a while. If I like it, I might glue it on to it later on. But that's how I've made, you know, come to embellish the front there. And I've just added some little pearl centers from SA Crafters in the center here. This particular applique already had this additional fabric applique on top there also, so I just gave it a bit of dimension. And then from there I went to adhere this layer of pearl strands. It's a 3mm pearl strand across there, and up here also. And then from there I went to adhering this layer of sequins all the way around the box, and the sequins actually coordinates really well with this particular fabric because it's absolutely gorgeous. The color really matches it. At the back I've just adhered another applique here that I've cut from a vintage top, I think it is, and just hot glued that onto there also, and it also coordinated really well. So that's the back, and then back to the front again. That's how it is. And on top here I've just made a gorgeous doily flower here from just some cut doily, and I've just gathered it, a big one, and this little one here I actually used this flower as a centerpiece, and then just gathered the lace over the actual flower. The flower looks like what I have in my jewelry tray here. It's just like that, from a broken bracelet. I actually purchased this from Target for I think $3 because it was broken and they had reduced it down. So I bought it because I like these little cabochon or cabochon flower, like pastel pink coloured flowers. So on the back I've just gathered some lace and hot glued it onto the back. Not lace, it's actually cut doily here. And then I just stuck that on there. And underneath here, I've just used some applique also and just adhere that first and then made my flower and put it on top. I also used this fabric here, cut into an oval shape, used the lid as a template, like down onto the fabric like that, and then just went over it and trimmed it so that it fitted on here perfectly. So trimmed that and then stuck the applique and then made the lace flower and stuck all this on. And then once I finished that, I just went around in random places and just hot glued some gorgeous little pastel pink feathers there. So that's my box, and I have plans to alter this just slightly different, probably shabby chic maybe, I'm not sure. But I just wanted to coordinate with my room. As you see there, it's just gorgeous. It's a bit of a mess at the moment because I'm, you know, still unpacking in bits and pieces, but I'm loving how this box has come out, and I hope you guys, you know, enjoy watching this vid and, you know, get some inspiration to altering some, you know, plain metal tints into gorgeous things that you can have in your, you know, in your boudoir or in your dressing room or just anywhere, even in your craft room, to store anything gorgeous that you want to keep also. So hope this inspires you guys, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon with another gorgeous altered project. Thank you for watching. Hi guys, just wanted to show you guys what this second altered box looks like after 3 coats of paint, and 3 to 4 coats I think. I've went around the top of the lid there up into just this part here with white acrylic paint, and just the top of the rim here, as you can see, that much down, depending on how much you want to cover it, you see. So I just paint it accordingly, and just the bottom part here. So that's what it looks like, and I'll show you the next step after I've completed it. Okay, on this particular part, as I've chosen the fabric that I wanted to layer over the actual tin, but because the Shabby Chic fabric that I'm using is really thin, you can still see the pattern of the tin underneath. So I've just went ahead and torn some calico, cream calico, that I used as a base color, so that once you adhere the fabric over the top, you don't see the dark colors on the bottom there. So just went over with hot glue up here and down here just to adhere that onto the box, and then I just went over with my lovely Shabby Chic fabric that I purchased from eBay there. So once I finish adhering this, I'll be right back to show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so this is my completed metal tint that I have been working on, and I have just shown you guys in the previous vids of how I come about altering this metal tin, and you would have seen the before photos of what the tin used to look like, and that is the final product. Ta-da! After I've painted the box and all that, you know, I went to adhere the fabric, the calico fabric at the back there after I've painted it, and then I went to adhering the gorgeous Shabby Chic fabric, as you can see here on top, that I purchased from eBay from Urban Gardens, and then I laid different sort of Venice laces and rickrack trims down the bottom here. With the fabric here, the Shabby Chic fabric as well as the calico, I didn't cut it, I actually torn it, so it gave it some frays, and it looks really shabby and really gorgeous. So on the lid I used calico on the base as well as the lovely Shabby Chic fabric underneath here, and then I laid a doily, as you can see on the bottom, all the way around, just one piece of doily, and then I went on to embellishing it with gorgeous iron roses, some sprays that I got from a rack from Annie. So thanks Annie. Annie's over at Miss Garden Grove 1. She sent me the most gorgeous embellishments, so thank you so much, I love them. So that's one of the embellishments that I got from Annie, and that's one of the bead sprays that she sent me also, and look at that, isn't that just absolutely gorgeous? I love these bead sprays, Annie, they are just to die for, absolutely gorgeous. It's got flowers, leaves, and some more pearl sprays. It's all one spray there. And I punched out some Martha Stewart monarch butterfly punches and a royal butterfly punch, and I just laid the two together, the smaller one in the center and then the bigger one on the outside, and just pop some pearl in the center there. And these gorgeous pink leaves that you see here are from Annie also at Miss Garden Grove one. So thank you again, Annie. Love, love, love your pink leaves, and they've got some glitter on them already, so really, really beautiful. But what I did also with these flowers, as well as the butterfly, is use diamond stickles on them, and they're really, really sparkly. I don't know if you can see it clearly because my camera does not focus really well, but once I finish recording, I'll take some up close pictures of the sprays that I have on top here, as well as the arrangement of flowers. And I'm super happy with how it's turned out. And I've added some sorry about that, I added some bead, some beading trim across here that I got from Annie also, so thank you, Annie, again. And some of this gorgeous rhinestone trim that I purchased from eBay that also really, really sparkly, as you can see there. So that is my gorgeous, gorgeous container, and so super happy with how it's turned out. And it will be storing, you know, my buttons or beads and yeah, whatnot's in there. So that's that one. And then this is the other one that I altered first. That's the Victorian Tint, Victorian inspired actually. So that's the Victorian one, as you have seen previously. And this is the Shabby Chic one, and aren't they just gorgeous? I'll put them closer together like this because there's a bit of glare over this side. So ta-da! That's my two gorgeous altered metal tints. I hope you guys like them, because I love them to death, and I reckon they just came out so super nice and so super gorgeous. So that's the front. I was showing you guys the back before. So it's got a gorgeous cameo there, and some Venice lace and beaded appliques, and one of my handmade flowers with a rose cabochon in the middle there. Some feathers there also. So Shabby Chic and Victorian inspired, both my favorite styles, so as well as vintage, but I haven't got a third one, so I was not able to finish a vintage inspired one. So that's all I have done at the moment, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon.